Right now I am in Belgium in the Ardennes forest. And over the past few days, we've been traveling this area and visiting some of the battlefields in what became known to the Americans as the Battle of the Bulge. The Battle of the Bulge kicked off on December 16th of 1944 when the Germans launched this surprise offensive in what they called Operation Watch on the Rhine. And part of the German offensive involved the 6th Panzer Army under the leadership of Sepp Dietrich. In the 6th Panzer Army was the 2nd SS Panzer Division, Das Reich. Well, today we have some American veterans who are with us, who have been walking the battlefields with us around here, and we are getting ready to go meet up with a German veteran who was right here in the Battle of the Bulge with the 2nd SS. We've arrived at the place where the veterans are going to be meeting up today, and before the German veteran arrives, I want to make something abundantly clear. I think on this channel we've made it quite clear over the course of hundreds of episodes where we stand, and that's that during the World War II era, the Third Reich was on the wrong side of history. So I want to be clear that just because we are meeting with a German veteran here today, that doesn't mean that we are excusing or apologizing anything that happened during the Third Reich era. Also, Gerhard, the man who we are meeting up with today, who was in the 2nd SS, by his own admission says that he no longer holds the views that he did as a young man. He joined up with the 2nd SS right before the Battle of the Bulge. The 2nd SS had a pretty rough reputation for some of the atrocities that they had committed during the battle, during in France and other places on the Eastern Front. Gerhard joined up after all of that happened. The first veteran who is going to be meeting up with him today is Les Strink. Les was a ball turret gunner on a B-17, was shot down, and was actually held as a prisoner of the Germans for 15 months. So anyway, they should be arriving any moment now.
You got it?
Got it.
I'll let you cross. So,
One second, I got it.
yeah.
I got it.
I told the people they have 8 for 5 minutes.
Go ahead. He's in the orange coat in front of the gun.
So what do you want me to do?
I want you to go introduce yourself. His name is Gerhard.
Gerhard.
Yep.
Okay.
And he wants to make peace.
Hello.
Hello, Gerhard.
I think it's very nice.
Very
nice.
It's
So, a long time.
a long time, right?
So, and
Ich war eine Gefangenen. A Terrorflieger.
I have you in mind where you have 4 machine guns in the wing, 8 machine guns fired were especially on me.
Yes.
Yes.
And I remember the SS coming into our barracks and grouse.
Yeah.
And we'd go out in the cold and we'd be out there for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah.
that was then, and this is now.
Yeah.
We're friends.
100 years nearly, yes, and the world is not better.
Right?
Yeah.
How old are you? Wie viel Jahren?
How old I am?
Yeah,
99.
99. And I'm 101.
We have never said that we could be so old. And my problem is that I have 20 years not speaking English. So it is very bad. Yeah.
After the war, I hunted up the German pilot that shot me down and went to visit him. And we became friends.
I have another.
Nach dem Krieg hat er Kontakt zu dem Soldaten bekommen, der auf ihn geschossen hat, und sie sind Freunde geworden. Ich kann ihn ein bisschen übersetzen, wenn Sie wollen.
Ja, ja.
Was wollen Sie denn gerne sagen?
Ja nun, es ist erst 80 Jahre her, beinahe ein Jahrhundert.
It's nearly 80 years gone now, just
Yes,
a century, nearly a century, ja.
Und die Welt hat sich geändert. Es ist, ich sehe noch jeden Einsatz hier.
The world has changed a lot, but he still keeps in his mind every single day he fought here around.
I can remember everything like yesterday.
Ja, er erinnert sich auch an alles so, als wäre es gestern gewesen.
Und we had weather like here. Wir haben dieses Wetter Hitlerwetter genannt.
They call this weather Hitler weather.
Weil keine Flieger fliegen konnten.
There were no airplanes at the sky.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
No German
He
airplanes.
was a prisoner of war for 15 months.
You were a POW?
Yep.
Okay. Er wurde in Gefangenschaft genommen. You were caught here in
I was shot down over Denmark, where our plane crashed.
yeah.
And then I was sent to Luft 6, Heidekrug, East Prussia. And then when the Russians advanced, they evacuated us and took us to Grodzichow, Poland. And then the Russians advanced again, and then they had no place to put us. So we were out in the cold for 86 days with no roof over our head, no clothes, no anything.
Er wurde über Dänemark abgeschossen und ist dann erst in Preußen, dann in Polen in verschiedenen Gefangenenlagern gewesen. Und die Russen sind immer weiter vormarschiert. Und dann hat er 86 Tage noch unter freiem Himmel kampieren müssen und es war sehr kalt. Als Gefangener. And then you were liberated by your own troops.
No, we were liberated by the English.
By the English troops, okay. Von den Engländern befreit dann.
Und die Gefangenschaft war ertragbar.
And how do you keep this time in your mind, being a POW by the Germans?
I put it behind me. I mean, it happened.
But it was okay.
I don't want to live in the past. That's no good. That's the reason I hunted up the German pilot that shot me down, so I could thank him for saving my life, because when he shot us down, we were 20 minutes away from the nearest land, and when we turned to go back, he could have blown us out of the sky just as well and let us...
Okay. Er hat das quasi in seinem Gedächtnis, er hat damit abgeschlossen und denkt da auch nicht mehr dran, aber er ist im Grunde aber auch dankbar, dass der deutsche Pilot sie nicht getötet hat, was er hätte tun können, sondern dass das alles dann für ihn so gut ausgegangen ist. So, and now we're still here.
He went back to Germany in 2012 and met the pilot that shot him down.
Er ist
Okay.
2012 nochmal nach Deutschland gekommen und hat den Pilot getroffen, den Luftwaffenpiloten, der ihn fast abgeschossen hat. Ja.
And now we stand here all together. Crazy.
I'm glad we're at peace.
All right, we're getting ready to go inside, but first, there's a group of reenactors who have pulled up, and have brought some of their World War II era vehicles with them. And one of the veterans who is with us is Lewis Brown, and actually drove trucks here during the Battle of the Bulge. So we're going to bring him over real quick before we go inside and have him check out the trucks. So was this the kind of truck that you drove?
No.
No?
Plus, they got dual front wheels. Got dual front. They didn't have that. We had a 4x4.
Okay.
This is all the same, with the front end, but
So during the Battle of the Bulge, you guys were running gasoline up to the front, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what we was doing. And we hauled all of these kind of cans here. This is what we had.
Okay.
And I guess the one that we had, the trailer, see, over when it was OC, when it got over there, we had small trucks like this one on the state side. But once we got over to France, they issued us a tractor and trailer. And so the trailer on there was a 40-foot trailer, and I think it must have held about, maybe, I don't know exactly, really don't, but it was about 200 or 300 cans of these things. So I didn't have to do any lifting them or loading them or anything. They had soldiers out there to unload them and everything. But this was it. And we didn't have no heaters. No heater in this kind of weather. Everything was just cold inside.
How did you guys stay warm?
Huh?
How did you stay warm?
I don't know, just put on, I had an overcoat on and everything, but my hands was the one that get, so when it get cold, I go back up to the tailpipe with the truck running. Warm my hands up like that. That's how I kept my hands warm. Yeah, and of course they have a different board. In this one, we used to take a little part of the running board out, and that was our heater. You know, that's where we got the heat and everything. Yeah, we could. Well, I guess everything is a little different now. The GMC. Actually, I've never seen one with dual wheels on there. Dual tires, you know. Ours was just a single act, but we were 4-wheel drive. Yes, sir. And that was another thing. If we picked up a flat or something like that, you couldn't go to chow unless you get it fixed. You have to get out there and do your try to get that fixed up. Or they let you go in and go to chow. So every time we come in off a run, I go, you know, when we was in training, and those tires do pick up, you know, the nails and things like that. So that was your truck. So when you get in, if tires flat, you always be the one on the inside. Never be the outside. Now you got to take them all off. Yeah. So we had to fix our own tires and everything. When you get in there, we take them off, patch them up, put them back on. Then I could go to chow. Yeah. That was something.
Well, you've heard the old saying that it's logistics that wins wars. So you guys were a huge part of the success here.
Yeah.
It was strange to see an SS in front of me, because I remember when I first went into Germany, I don't know where we were, a farmer came to the squad and he says there's 2 SS sitting at a table. And fortunately I spoke a little German because I learned about Tisch and Gewehrens and all that stuff. So I knew where they were sitting and where the guns were. And we surrounded the house, and I told my buddy, I'll rush the house, you back me up, I'll hit the door, I know how the door is going to open. Because the farmer spoke to me, and in my little German exchange of English to German, I was able to know. I get in and we captured the two, we took them out, and my friend wanted to really do something terrible, and I said, no, let's take him for interrogation. And we took this interrogation, and then going down in Germany with all the atrocities, we had dead bodies all over, we had a gully. I thought it was Nuremberg. See, I'm getting confused at time, because you don't know time, you just travel. But I remember we had the SS troopers digging the bodies up from the gully or trench or whatever, all lined up, all atrocities. And I used to count the bodies, and I used to say to myself, I can't believe what I'm seeing, but what they did to them, these people. And it's not much that I did. I didn't do as much as most people did, but I did my part, my little part.
How did it feel meeting Gerhardt today?
Well, I understand a lot more about a lot of things, is because I always used to find out who you are, what you are, when you started, why you started. I did this going back when I was younger. I was always analytical. Being into bodybuilding, I was always disciplined. Disciplined where I know where you're coming from when I speak to you. So he wasn't the one, he was an engineer, so that's different positions. And there were people at the end of the war, they were drafting them in because even the SS were giving up, and the Wehrmacht, and there's so much. But anyway, it was nice to meet somebody, and he's going to be he's 99, so I beat him out. I'll be 100 next month. So I feel like the old guy now.
Okay, well, you could probably hear a bit of a ruckus going on here. Got a big crowd up the street, and there was an incident during the siege of Bastogne where the German commander asked for the surrender of the 101st Airborne and the 10th Armored Division that were besieged here in the city. And the reply that Anthony McAuliffe gave was nuts. So now they have what's called the Nuts Festival, and there are veterans who are going to be getting up on the balcony of City Hall and throwing nuts out into the crowd. All right, so we just got back outside here and got the veterans lined up, and looks like they're getting ready to have a parade in their honor.
Wave.